All right, Pisces. Oh, excuse me as I fall into my chair yet for the fourth time today. Okay, so this is your reading. Present situation. There's a celebration over some sort of victory over something. Excuse me. Or it's people gossiping about some truth coming out about something. A choice that you made that was victorious, or a truth coming out that will, about your life path, your decisions in life. Decisions that you've made. And people are talking about and celebrating how you were victorious about this in some sort of way. What you're thinking that you're starting to feel happiness and love and affection and harmony with another person. And this is making you feel on top of the world, and people are seeing you as being the success example. They're seeing you as an example of somebody who's a good lover, or a good in a relationship, or a good business partner, or somebody who's good with teaming up with others, who works well with others. And you did something that people are seeing as being a success. Some kind of truth is coming out about a situation. They're seeing you victorious. There's the bay laurel wreath. It's about victory. And then he's wearing a bay laurel wreath, and he's carrying one on his wand. So actions that you've taken are being, celebrated. Also, you could be thinking about bringing a lover home to meet your family. I can see that being something that comes up for some of you Pisces. All right, so what you're not aware of. You're not aware that there was something that somebody learned about that has been oppressive, restrictive, that has been challenging in some sort of way to a family member, or to the health of a family member or a friend. I don't think it's necessarily a friend. I think it's more of a family member. Or maybe your partner is kind of talking about something, and it doesn't have to be with the physical health. I don't want to scare anybody. It doesn't have to necessarily be that. But it does denote some kind of physical health situation here, and there being some kind of new beginning, a tangible thing that you learned about that you're going to be taking to improve that situation, or they're taking to improve that situation. So they're getting some kind of, they're learning about some sort of method of healing of some kind, or now this can also be about looking into taking a lump sum of money that maybe you weren't aware of, this lump sum of money, or you weren't aware that this would get off the ground. Excuse me again. You're putting the practical planning in. You might not know all of the steps that are required in this. This might be the first time you've ever done something like this, to building a home. Okay, your own home. That could be another way this plays out. Now, this is something that's toxic, because I do have a toxic card over here. There could be something or somebody that is trying to give you something in order to restrict you in terms of your growth. Maybe they're afraid of you growing in a certain direction, or going in a certain direction. There's something here about that. Most likely it's a family member, kind of like a bribe, a temptation with the Devil card here's some money. Don't do that thing you wanted to do. But if you take the money, you can't do it. So, something like that. Something weird and gaslighty and weird. Anyway. In the past, you were living life up. You were getting a lot of things that you wanted. You were very content. You wanted for nothing. You were happy. You were smug about it too. You were enjoying life and all life had to offer. You might have released some toxic people, behaviors, ways of thinking, that either allowed this to happen or to make your life better, or maybe that was not so good. The overindulgence, because the devil can also be overindulgence here, okay? But you realized that things needed to change, and you took the steps, and you changed things. Although you did have a lot of fun. I will say that. There's something fun about that. In the past, things were going really good, but it might have been a little bit too much of a good thing kind of situation. Maybe you realized something wasn't as good for you, at least something, one of those cups on that shelf there, and so you put that down. What else? There's a huge victory here. I have all the victory cards I can think of on the table. I mean, we have a major success here. I got the Ace of Swords. I got the Six of Wands. I got the Chariot. I got the Ace of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune. I mean, I had a lot of cards come out for you, and I was going to put some back, and I was like, no. The Strength card. I mean, and the Ten of Cups. You can't get much better than that. That's really good. So in the future, there's great expansion and success and victory and bringing two people, two places, two concepts together. Maybe they were different in some sort of way. There's something that this is Cancer, the sign of Cancer. The sign of Cancer is ruled by the moon, okay? So it's a nurturing of one's own dark and light aspects. You've healed those, you've nurtured those sides of you, and you're able to use them together. Harness the energies from both polarities within you in order to achieve massive expansion. This is stardom. There's lots of stars everywhere. Just, it can be about cars, having a very shiny brand new car. This is also a futuristic looking car. It's very future forward. So there's enlightenment here. There's the light body is also significant, like the Merkaba with these two together especially. And there's your sign right there. You got the yin and yang. You got that Pisces energy going in there. The balance and duality within, but also being the whole and fully operational and functioning at its highest. So that's really good. All right. So your advice is to take a chance, because right now your manifestation abilities are very, very high and strong, and success rate is guaranteed. I mean, don't bet all your life savings on something because you heard that from me, but there's something here about taking a chance on something that you want for your life. Within reason, of course. Don't be crazy about anything. Now, you don't want to interrupt something. It's like you won't interrupt anything. There's eyes on you. Somebody's fascinated watching you. They might not be talking, but I don't know if you're afraid of interrupting them, or there's something here about, I'm sorry, Pisces, my light is dying, so it's going to get darker. And that's just the way it is, because it's one of those you have to charge. I don't know what I was thinking. So there's something here about somebody focusing on, and someone's watching you and not speaking, but there's also focused intent. Like there's focused wishing, or there's focused hope, yearning, praying. Yeah, it's like intent. It's like you're not communicating it, but you're manifesting it in some sort of way. This is your time. So if you want something, you can focus your intent and make it happen. The intervene, it's not, wait a minute, it doesn't say intervene, it says interview. You don't need to ask questions as long as but maybe don't talk about it with other people. Focus your intent, but don't talk about it with other people. Is that what they're saying? Okay. I'm going to move on until I find something else about it. Maybe you're not talking, you're writing. You might be doing some personal creative writing or something. Maybe that's something you've always wanted to do, but all right. So other people. Now this is the part that like weirded me out a little bit, because this is kind of some people could see you as a little bit stingy or greedy. There's something here about they see you as having a lot of money or resources of some kind. Somebody thinks that you are sneaky about something, or you have a strategy about how you gained this wealth or something. Maybe they don't know what that strategy was, so it could go either way. But it's a releasing of funds that you've been holding on to, or a releasing of a house that you've inherited from your family, or having to let go of a home, to live a much more simpler lifestyle, maybe. But there's some kind of confusion here that's being cleared up, or that something is being hidden. They see this. This is not reality. This is how other people see you. And we know other people can see things a whole lot of different ways that are not always fact. So they see you as being wealthy, having had plans or strategy in order to get that wealth, maybe been a little sneaky or something. And then there's something about the Four of Pentacles in reverse is a letting go of money. But in the upright, it's being stingy. So you might have, they see you as being generous as a strategy or a tactic for something. And the moon in reverse is about hiding things, confusion. Things are not clear about where you put the money for the home, or maybe they're confused, the people themselves, because you're a very hard worker. You've mastered something. You've mastered a skill set, a trade. You've finessed whatever you've been working on. I mean, it's taken you a long time to get this good at something. And this could be investments as well, because it is in the 8th place. Investments, other people's money. Other people could have tried to sneak off with the money that from a situation from the selling of a house that you were working hard on dealing with. That's another way this could have played out. But there's something here about the mother, that maybe the home of the mother. This is also the 8th place of inheritance, so it could have been someone's mother passing and then having to, the family being sneaky in terms of finances or something. But in the end, there's that mastery, that really determined drive and focus to get really good at something and to work at something over the course of a long period of time. So this is, maybe it's a secret. Maybe you didn't tell everybody your business, and that's why they're trying to figure out this elaborate story that you're about how you got where you are. I'll tell them to eat it from the back. So you're hoping that you are strong enough and committed enough to something to smooth things over and make everything go very nice and tame any wildness. Because I see down here this wildness with the devil card. The devil is at his worst oppressively chaotic. But this is about taming that beast, taming the beast within, trying to maybe you want to settle down and get married even, having the courage to propose to somebody could also be something that comes through. Being also committed to the health. You hope you can stay committed to your health in some sort of way, because you might have had some troubles. This could have been with the bones, the teeth, because Capricorn is here, Saturn is here. Bones of the legs. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways I can read it, but with this right here, and I also read this as a health area, and the first placement. I mean, this is really good. This is really good. So whatever this was, I mean, I'm not even worried about it. But then we have the outcome, and it's like, it could be surgery, a decision to have surgery, discussing your options to have surgery as well. So you might have had a problem and you went to a specialist, and you think in this partnership with this doctor or this health provider is going to be successful. What you don't know is it's going to be a little bit more money maybe. There'll be some restrictions to your health. There might be some medicine involved. But then there's this this reputation of being, you conquer the reputation of being ill. Like it's like a success over some sort of expansion, some sort of growth here. There's something good about whatever's going on here. Bringing two different things together, modalities, in order to achieve better health. But there's a struggle with the Five of Pentacles, like money-wise. It might put you down a notch in the savings area here. This could be what that's talking about, okay? Having to let go of something that was a family legacy of some kind in order to afford something. I think that's maybe what it is, but this also reminds me of a dog collar. Don't ask me why. It also could be jewelry as well. She's got a necklace on. Something here about that. I already did say that. Anyway, so yeah, we got the Five of Pentacles, but then following the Five of Pentacles is a great card, because we have the Four of Swords. Now, the Four of Swords comes after the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is depicted as a heart being pierced by three swords, in case you didn't know that. It can represent somebody having heart surgery or going through heart pain, or somebody who's going through a heartache from from grief or loss. Usually it's like that breakup ache, that painful ending, that it's kind of got that Saturn in Libra. It doesn't feel fair. And so you need to recuperate from that, whether it's mentally, physically. And so this Four of Swords is about recuperation, reflecting, healing, getting your thoughts in a stabilized place, knowing what you think and trying to relax your mind. It's also about meditation as well. So, and then the last card is the Ten of Cups. And although there's loss here underneath it, the sadness of what you've lost could have been financially from the situation. Or if it was maybe a relationship or something that was bugging you. But then there's this kind of being playful and getting it back, working to get it all back together, dreaming big in order to achieve some kind of stability emotionally. And then we have the Hierophant, which is the wise person, the one that's the professional. I do have these two cards underneath: grip, anchor, chains way down, and the challenging card of the Mountain. But underneath the Mountain is the Coffin, which means an ending to struggle. It's an ending of this difficult time. And then there's an agreement or compromise. So something that's held you down is now being reasoned with. And it could be for assistance with something. Capricorn and Saturn right here can be government. It can be getting a grant for something, or in order to build a house, or to build a business, or to grow something, or for health reasons, okay, for your family. There's something here about that. So that looks really good. I see positive intention, helping a situation go in the direction that you want it to, taking the necessary physical steps, of course, because we have this guy working out. He's taking care of his health. We got people seeing professionals and all this stuff, right? If it is a health issue. If it's not a health issue, it's a decision you made, that you found out truth about a friendship circle or something. Or you realize that a friend would be becoming more in some sort of way. This is very, very spiritual here. It's very spiritual. This is very spiritual. Like, this is expansion of consciousness, and to the point where you have an experience. It's like a whole experience for you, maybe through meditation or something. It's a new way of thinking. You open up a new path for yourself, a new pathways in your brain, neural pathways. Yeah, there's some kind of success that people are celebrating. You overcame something, or you will be very soon. First house. You yourself will be more talkative in this period. You're going to have more of a social kind of butterfly kind of thing going on. You might want to celebrate a little more as well. You might be feeling like partying. Second house, Ace of Swords. And a new idea, a new understanding about your finances, what you value. You're really getting clear about what you value in this life right now. And the decisions that you make are being based on this new clarity and what you value. Okay. Third house. You might meet somebody locally. In a parade. I don't know. There's something here about somebody who's gotten some attention for something. You might both share this in common. You share some kind of notoriety. Or you meet this person on a public transportation. I think about parades when I look at the Six of Wands. It could be a 4th of July, right? We're having 4th of July and parades and stuff. I see fireworks here. Something about the 4th of July. Okay. That's in your local neighborhood. So if you go to fireworks, if you go to a parade, you might meet somebody there. Or you can meet a sibling's partner as well. It doesn't have to be necessarily you, but I'm thinking it's more you. And so, 4th place. You could be buying a new home. And like I said, you're trying to build something or renovate something. Learning how to renovate something. This is also, you might have a child that has some health restrictions at home. Or they have a new, there's some new news about this restriction with the health, where things might be getting better, improving. I'm hearing the words mind over matter, matter over mind. So whatever you, this could be something to do with, learning blockages or difficulties. Somebody could be starting to be homeschooled or getting tutored. Because they need a little extra help with something. Okay, I'm going to leave that there because I don't know what else is coming through. I don't feel like anything else. Maybe I'll come back to it. So, past romantic relationship, you were probably waiting around for things to get better. Or somebody was waiting around for you and you were busy having fun and indulging, and that it was taking too long for them. So maybe they kind of went to the wayside. I don't see... there's a release of toxicity here. So it could have been like you didn't want to waste any more time on a person who was, kind of ruining your good time. There was some kind of toxic behavior here. So you might have released them, but you still seem pretty happy, or you're happy about it. You're feeling satisfied that things didn't work out. Maybe you see things in divine timing that wouldn't have been good, and so that's good. You've accepted that. There's a lot about boundaries and protection here with these two. Cancer, soft underbelly and innards, right? But it's hard shell. It's a hard exterior. And so Capricorn's pretty cold and Cancer's pretty hot. It's like a fiery kind of... Capricorn's cold, wet. Cancer's hot and fiery. So there's like duality. There's opposites here. There's an opposites that attract. There's something here about differences that actually . differences that kind of, and also the Seven of Swords can be alternative, okay? It's an other way of thinking. It can be other ingenious kind of out of the box thinking. It can be an alternative family situation, a releasing of funds. And I did have child settlement over child alimony or child financial support. So maybe there was a relationship in the past that didn't work out, but there was children involved. And then there was some sort of releasing the grip over some kind of legal case or something. So this gets settled, and you are the one that is in the victory side of things. I see children here too. Happiness. Okay. So not everything is going to go exactly in your favor the way you wanted it to. Maybe there'll be some sadness over the loss of a friendship or something through this situation, but you're still going to come out with, you go from the 9 to the 10. So, and I'll have all these success and victory cards. So there is somebody that, a relationship that's seen as, or you thought a relationship was going to be coming, you were going to be going back to a relationship where someone was going to be coming back to you. And like I said, Capricorn can be government, so this can be restrictions having to do with the family. Children, money, stuff like that. All right, where the hell was I? Fifth place. Yeah, releasing something toxic in a relationship. Then we came over here and we were talking about how your health. If something is something that was growing out of control or getting out of control with your health has now been, you've learned to be able to balance the situation out, have victory over it. This is also somebody who races cars. This is somebody, this is like daily routine, right? So, and health and habits and I'm seeing Chiron here. So we're entering a new Chiron ingress into the 8th house of Taurus. So that could be very significant for you. In some sort of way. I don't know. You'll have to look at your birth chart and see where it falls, what sign it falls in. Cancer and Aquarius energy coming through, but I'm not certain. So there is this expansion of territory. This could be also traveling to your future destination. This is like commuting, traveling. This is also moving to the big city or commuting to the big city on a daily basis. There's something here about the commute being different, or the best of both worlds in a situation. Somebody who's a star that has success in their job. So somebody could be famous in their local field, or they have some sort of higher knowledge or wisdom in something. This is also about maps and locations and destinations. So You could be on a mission to go to a specific place where you can open your mind a little bit, and you know you're like destined to go there and have success for something in some sort of way. Third eye significant here. Astral travel as well comes into play here. Okay, so 7th house of relationships. We have the Wheel of Fortune, divine timing at play in order to attract what you desire and go after what you desire. It's saying that you won't even have to talk to this person. They're already fascinated. There won't be 21 questions with this person. They're gonna already kind of know. There's gonna be kind of like a quiet knowing that you two hit it off really well. Somebody could be that you've never met before also could be wishing that you would pay attention to them. That's another thing I'm seeing. And divine timing, I mean, that could go either way. It's like what's destined to happen will happen. And this is also destiny as well. So, but this can be with anything. It could be with work, a client. You could get a really good client coming in. You have manifested a great client. You could get a great job, a gig, you know. All right. So, 8th house. Inheritance from the family is coming in significantly. I don't know. Maybe your mother, she worked very hard to stash away some money for you, and that was kind of muddled, and or a mother figure of some kind. But there is something about the strategy or planning of something being alternative in some sort of way. There is a release of what somebody's been holding on to, whether it's a house that was supposed to be given to you, or they were confused about your type of employment as well. There was some kind of something taboo about your employment. Maybe that's why they were giving you a hard time about getting something, or maybe they didn't see where the money was coming from. Maybe this is a government thing. I don't know. Because the 8th house can also take over for debt, right? So it's debt. So having worked hard to get clarity on, it's a professional dealing with this, so you could have hired somebody to deal with a situation, whether it was legal or whatever. You had to strategize in terms of something. I don't know. Mercury and Virgo. Working out the fine details. This could be a contract of some kind. Yeah, you'll have to let me know what that is about. Interesting. Releasing control over something. Releasing control over other people's finances, something like that. This is also about secrets, right? This house is also about the taboo and the hidden, the occult things. And we got the moon there, so this is also maybe somebody making money from doing a cult in some sort of way, or doing work for somebody's mother, letting go of something to do with that. It's a strategy or plan. I'm having a sip of coffee. Give me 2 seconds. Seven is a very spiritual number. 8 is a number of power. So there is something here about an inheritance of some sort of legacy of spiritual power is being released and let go of. There's something that's not being held on to anymore. This is about spiritual inheritance of some kind. Something you've worked hard to unlock for yourself. Okay. From the 8th to the 9th. 9th house. You're hoping that you have the faith in your belief system to continue to commit to a certain path of spiritual beliefs or religious beliefs. You're hoping that your faith in, and I don't have the star from the tarot, but it's just like, you're trying to tame the urges of something. Excuse me. You're trying to tame some kind of instinctual wildness about you. Maybe you're trying not to fight with people. You're really trying to pull it together in order to make a commitment or the contract or smooth over things so that there can be a compromise of something. Stay committed to your health. Propose marriage. If this is moving on to one new phase of life, you're getting the courage to propose. You're trying to tame any fears you have. About starting a family or something like that. Tenth house, career. Be careful about getting hurt or sick at work. Don't hurt yourself. Be careful. This can have to do with the loss of pay due to injury, if you're somebody who doesn't get coverage for that sort of thing. There's also going to be a longer downtime so that you're able to heal if you do get injured, so be very careful. You might work in a very cold environment because 5 of Pentacles, this is a depiction of people freezing their asses off outside. You might need some help at work. Don't be afraid to ask for help if you're being overwhelmed. If you're not feeling well, you can tell them, I don't feel great today. Can somebody else step it up a little bit? Something like that. You might be feeling left out from a promotion of some kind. And that you were anticipating some more pay or a raise. I think that it also, I really don't think it's going to be the money aspect of it for you. I'm thinking it's either health related or the struggle is with feeling isolated from others. Feeling like you don't fit in some sort of way. That you're different in some sort of way. 11th house. Friends, associates, good fortune. It's a good fortune house. There is good things that come from sleeping and rest. With the 10 of Cups in the 12th place and the 4 of Swords in the 11th. I just see like either major downloads while sleeping or the recalibration of the nervous system, the balancing of the chemicals in your brain. Something makes you happier. It's better when you rest and you sleep. If you are struggling at work, you need more rest. And you might take a break from certain friend circles. You may not be spending as much time with people, certain specific individuals or groups of individuals, because you need your downtime. You need your alone time. The 4 of Swords is about isolation and recuperation, meditation, to get clarity on the situation. So you might be in a recuperative stage right now. You're just coming over a cold or something with the 5 of, and then down here again with that. So you might be coming out of a time of when your health was kind of rocky. And so now you're just, when you do get the downtime, you might feel pulled to go hang out with associates from work or friends. But if you really need the rest, it's saying take the rest, take a break, get some peace and quiet, allow yourself to recuperate fully, because you've got a lot of really happy times coming in. I mean, you lost a little bit here, and there's some juggling that needs to happen for a bit, but it seems like this is also playing around, like fantasy play. I don't know if you can see that, sorry. Like fantasy play, like playing make-believe. Getting creative with something. You're able to put your imagination into something. There's, maybe you've been bored for a long time, and so you're imagining some kind of there could be somebody who is a mentor of yours or somebody who holds some authority that you respect in a field that gives you an idea, or this could be a divinely inspired idea that is very artistic and creative in nature, that allows you to get a new perspective on some sort of give and take within certain circumstances or contexts, and the burden you've been carrying for so long, it frees your mind in some sort of way, allows you to start over in a new beginning and celebrate with the people that you love. All right. All right, Pisces, last but not least, thank you for joining me. If you would like a personal reading, you can email me at 3wickedmagpie. That's 3 spelled out. 3wickedmagpie@gmail.com. I have a website as well. It's a GoDaddy site. The link is in the description and the bio info area. All right, take care. Bye.